Yeah, how's the team feeling as you guys are about halfway through the conference season?
Well, we started the week with the 2-game winning streak or 3-game winning streak, and won our 4th game in a row against Southeastern Louisiana, and then on Saturday, McNeese State came in to the Valley and really showed why they're the dominant team right now in the league. Pretty much the same team as last year when they won the league at Southeastern. So they showed, their toughness, how good they are in defense, and we really struggled to score. We turned the ball over too much, and I think it was a really good wake-up call for us. We feel like our goals are right where we need to be at 6-3 right now. We want to finish in those top 3 or 4, so it's still very achievable. And now we get to go out on the road, and we've played very well on the road so far this year. So hopefully we can keep that going.
Coach, talking about it on over the weekend, obviously turnovers was a big thing, but I remember last week you mentioned, that limiting turnovers was the key to that 4-game win streak. So how do you guys get back on track of just limiting the turnovers on the road for these next 3 games?
Well, I think just being strong with the basketball. I think we got exposed against McNeese and their physicality, so we got to get a little bit tougher, and we got to learn from, when you get in those tight situations, you can't just throw the ball away. You got to be strong with the ball, 2 hands, pivot, make sure that if you're getting trapped, there's always somebody open. So just being more patient and stronger with the basketball. And, that 4-game winning streak, it was because we didn't turn it over. And hopefully we can get back to playing solid basketball on the offensive end. And our defense has been pretty solid all year. And offense starting to come. And then we had that little setback against McNeese. But I think we're going to grow from it.
And then Charlotte O'Keefe, obviously Southland Conference Player of the Week, another 2020 game last week, leads the Southland Conference in double-doubles this season. What can you just talk about her? Obviously, we talk about her every day and just what she means to the program, but just particularly her play since she's gotten back in the lineup too.
Well, she's gotten better each game. That hand's starting to feel better, and but I believe she moved back up to number 2 in the country and rebounds per game at 12.9. She's just a titch behind 13.2, I believe. So I think you'll continue to see her climb that ladder. But just consistency on the defensive end and rebounding is probably the biggest thing I can say about Charlotte. And I thought she deserved Conference Player of the Week about 6 times last year. She never got it, and then she got it this year. So we're excited for her to get that award. It's a team award, but and Charlotte would be the first one to tell you, but it was neat to see her get it.
She leads the conference in every rebounding category, but she also leads in minutes per game. Can you just talk about the durability of her and how she's able to get things done on both sides of the court?
Yeah, she's just mentally tough, and she works extremely hard, and she's our only senior, and she does more extra workouts than any kid in our program, and she's always trying to get better. And to have a 22, 23-year-old that's been here 4 years still be your hardest worker is pretty neat. And it's, for those 17 or those 18, 19-year-old freshmen we have that get to watch that every day, it's just really special for our program.
And last week you mentioned kind of the rotations of, bringing Gianna and Ivy off the bench. How much of that is based on just kind of trying to make sure it's easier for you to make substitutions and get the rotations right and make sure some of your top, scorers, ball handlers, playmakers are out there at any given time? Yeah,
I think, I'm pretty superstitious, so when you win 4 in a row, you're not really going to change anything. You'll see a little bit of a change this week. But yeah, we're trying to get, just to answer your question, you try to get your top 7, 8 guys out there most of the time, and sometimes sometimes watching the game for a little bit before you come in. I think it's helped Ivy. She started most of the games. She's come off the bench during this 4-game winning streak, and I think it's helped her. And then Gianna, she'll be back in the starting lineup. It's taken her a while, man. You got to remember she didn't play for a whole year, and it's taken her a while to get her the speed of the game back. But I think she's really getting close, and she played good against McNeese. She was one of our tougher players, even though the stats weren't that great. I thought she was pretty solid, and so we're excited to see what she can do as well.
Talk about those rotations coming up with Texas and Corpus Christi. I know that shooting was kind of a struggle this past week. Obviously, you could credit that to Southeastern's defense.
Oh, yeah.
But talk about those with the rotations. Do you see any kind of changes, whether it's more three-point shooting or just more efficiency with people in the lineup scoring ball as well?
I think during our win streak, we really tried to I love the three-point shot, but we really tried to work inside out. Our threes, we're only shooting around 26%. It's not good enough, and I thought that we've done a great job getting the ball inside, and we got to continue to work inside out. And we're going to keep shooting the threes, but we don't need to shoot quick threes. We need to touch the paint, touch the post, and play off of that. And so hopefully the second half of this league we'll start shooting the ball like we know we can, and then we're going to be really good. But inside out is the way we have to go right now.
So just looking at Texas A&M Corpus Christi on Thursday, just what do you see from them, kind of the challenges they pose, and just keys to get it done on the road?
They do a good job mixing up their defenses, so they'll play some man, they'll play some zone, they'll play a little full court, they'll trap a little bit. They're a little low on numbers right now, so I don't know how much they'll play full court, but I know that she's going to switch it up, man zone, every possession, during a possession. Out of bounds plays, may go man, may go zone. So she's done a good job mixing things up, and offensively, they're not trying to really score a lot in transition. They're trying to play in the 50s, 60s type game. So we got to make sure the tempo is a little bit higher for us, and I think whoever's tempo wins out will probably have a better hand in that game.
You talked about the freshmen collectively a lot, but can you talk about Chaz Lindetter, just what you like about her game, what you feel like she's brought to the lineup, especially over the course of the last month and a half?
Yeah, she's one of our most talented players. I think she's the best basketball is obviously in front of her, and we've kind of shoved her in that starting lineup for the last couple months, and her and Ivy are similar players. Chaz has got a little more physicality. Ivy's a little more skilled, so it's good to have those two at the same position. But we can also play Ivy at the three some. But Chaz has brought toughness, and when she plays hard, she can run, she can shoot the three, she can post you up, and she plays real solid defense. I think the biggest thing about Chaz is that she understands the game, so she's got a good basketball IQ. Defensively, she's really grasped all the concepts that we do, and we really trust her out there on defense, and I think that's why she's got kind of the starting nod right now.
The next three games are all, against a couple of teams that you're super familiar with, including the back-to-back home and home with Houston Christian. How do you approach this little stretch here?
I don't know who made out that schedule. That's kind of weird, back-to-back against the same opponent, but might as well just play two down there or two here. But, we're pretty familiar. Houston Christian has a new coach. We do, since we have Aaron from Houston Christian, we know their personnel. She's got kind of ins and outs on personnel, but new coach, he runs a really cool system. It's called the Princeton offense, and with a lot of cutters and back cuts. And if you get caught staring at the basketball, they're going to back cut you. They're going to they shoot pretty well too. So it's a really fun style to watch, and it's a tough style offensively to guard. So Houston Christian would be a little bit different. Obviously, Corpus has a new coach, but we have played them already. So we'll be watching film on the last time we played them and see what adjustments we can make.